Hey, Tokes here, and I am here to do a book review on the book of the Artix Wolfe before it runs out of my head and chases into the abyss of all my fantasy books that I've read. This follows a man who is the most powerful living wizard, and that's important. He's a living wizard, the most important living wizard, and his name is Artix Wolfe. And it begins with him going onto a battlefield, and this prince is begging him to help take over this other kingdom. And he says, I want you to do whatever magic you can. I'll give you whatever you want. Blah, 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 blah. And because of his ignorance, the prince's ignorance of that, everything magical kind of comes with a price, and like he's so old that he knows the consequences of magic. In fact, one of the lines was, um, experience teaches us restrictions. They are not dreamed up in some peaceful tower on a mountaintop. And the prince still begs and begs and begs, and so Artax ends up bringing upon a spell that releases a knight from the forest realm, and this knight is the strongest wizard who is not alive, and he has, because of the Artax magic, he becomes corrupted and has no sides. So instead of helping the prince that was begging Artax for help, he instead kills everyone in sight because that's what you do. And so Artax has to trap him. And this is all happens in like the first, God, I want to say like 6 pages, maybe, wow, 10 pages, 12 pages. The first 12 pages are all this. So, not that big of a spoiler. And so, the remaining part of the book is Artax trying to run away from the past. But the thing is, he's affecting other people. He affected the daughter of the forest realm, the queen of the forest's daughter, because her dad is now an evil wizard. And, like, because she has some human blood, the spell also affected her, and her father has human blood too, and that's why the spell affected him, the evil wizard. And so she becomes like this fading twig, and she works in the kitchens of the one of the kingdoms, and her name is Sorrow, Saro, which is very important when you read the book, apparently. To remember the difference between sorrow and then sorrow. I don't know. But she is affected, and she doesn't remember who she is. She doesn't. She's just somebody who washes dishes. She doesn't even talk. She doesn't think for herself. She is nothing. She is just a whisk. She is the epitome of sorrow. Not a whisk, but like a. She goes through the wind. She's nothing. The wind is something. She is nothing. She is sorrow. And you'll hear that a lot in the book. The last character who you follow is Talus, who is the son of the guy who died on the prince who asked Artax for help. No, wait, he's my bad. He's the son of the prince who asked Artax for help. He's the son of the kingdom that they were trying to take. That they didn't ultimately take him, but they did kill the king. But it doesn't matter. And so it follows him, where he is a wizard also, who is trying to kind of help the past. Like, his brother's very protective over him and doesn't like all these things, and there's very much restrictions on his land and everything, and he kind of wants to run away from what is going on and try to be his own person and not be controlled by the past. So how does he do that? He goes into a tower full of ghosts of the dead, because that makes sense, because he's stupid. And he's compelled by this book that this book that was written by Artix Wolfe, and this book is very, very powerful. And if I tell you what this book does, it ruins the book, but it's huge. So apparently books are very important, and Patricia A. Mckillip in general writes a lot about like words meaning something and books containing powers. It's kind of cool. That being said, this is my least favorite Patricia A. Mckillip book so far. Not very well storyline. It was kind of jumbled up, as you can tell by me even reviewing this book. Very jumbled up story. not some of it doesn't make sense, which is fine because a lot of Patricia Mckillip books, the magic doesn't make sense. The world's just magical. You just accept it, and it's fine. I'm like, okay, I get it, but I don't know. This one was a little harder to swallow, and like, why doesn't he do magic when he's able to? Why is one more powerful than the other? It just you can't really have that make sense, you know. So I don't know. Not my favorite. I still say read it. I mean, I gave it 2 out of 5 stars, but I gave it 2 out of 5 stars because it's a Patricia Mckillip book, and there is a lot better Patricia Mckillip books than this one. And even though this is a very pretty cover and very well written, um, read something else by her. Winter Rose, Alphabet of Thorns, Riddle Master. I've heard great things about Odd Magic, haven't read it yet, as well as Song of the Basilisk. And read those because before reading this one, or start off with this one. And if you think this is amazing, then try your other ones because they're better. So, yeah, that's my review. Peace.